You're listening to TurkishSoccer.com's Turkish Football and Turkish Super League podcast. Hello, everyone. My name's Ahmet Turgut. Welcome to a brand new edition of Turkish Football, Turkish Super League podcast. This is the 38th weekend. We've been doing this Turkish Super League podcast, and we came to end of the season. Turkish Super League ended this past Sunday, and for second time back-to-back, Galatasaray team won the Turkish Super League title. And it was not easy until the last match. As you know, we talked about this a lot in this podcast. So the week 38 ended, and we know one thing. Galatasaray is the champion. Fenerbahçe finished second place. Trabzonspor is in third place. Beşiktaş, what a disgusting season for them. Even though they captured the Turkish Cup in the middle of the week, Thursday, that was a good thing for Beşiktaş. At least with that, winning the Turkish Cup, they will represent Turkey in the European competitions next season. Now, as far as the relegation zone, we told you that Istanbulspor, Pendikspor, Fatih, Karagümrük, and the fourth team who was going to be that team, we found out this weekend on Sunday. It was back and forth between Konyaspor and Ankaragücü. In the last 10 minutes, Trabzonspor beat Ankaragücü in Trabzon, and even though Konyaspor lost to the title getter Galatasaray, they lost against Galatasaray, and they were lucky. They should thank Trabzonspor, because if Ankaragücü would have won that match, they probably would have stayed in the Turkish Super League. But that's not going to be the case. Along with Istanbulspor and Fatih, Karagümrük, Pendikspor, and Ankaragücü will be going down to a lower division. Now, we know two teams coming up next season. And we know that Göztepe is coming. So it is going to be an Eyüpspor is coming, the third team. We'll find out in this month. Probably next weekend they will play, and we'll find out the third team is going to be coming to the Turkish Super League. Next season, the Turkish Super League will be played with 19 teams. So take a note of that. And week 38, as I said, ended with title chasers, Galatasaray, winning back-to-back. This was the second back-to-back win for Galatasaray coach Okan Buruk as a coach in Turkish Super League. Okan Buruk won. This was his third, 2 with Galatasaray, and he won the title with Başakşehir too. So Okan Buruk, young coach, and he has coached many teams, mid-level teams like Akhisarspor, the team that won the Turkish Cup with him. Now that Akhisarspor went to amateur league, that's another story. The top goal scorer in the Turkish Super League is Icardi, back-to-back. Last season, he was the leading goal scorer with 23 goals. This season, with 25 goals and 8 assists. He actually was involved with 33 goals this season with Galatasaray. So I think Icardi is staying for another year at least for now. And even though Fenerbahçe captured the second place, they fell short for getting the title. Many mistakes there. And with 99 points, they should be proud of that, because they had a very good record. They score most goals in the Turkish Super League. So overall, the third place team, Trabzonspor, after losing to Beşiktaş in the Turkish Cup, they, as I told you in my last podcast, that they are in the third place. They will represent Turkey in the Turkish and the European competitions. We'll get to that later on if we have the time. So I know this podcast, I'm not going to give you any scores that happened in the week 38. I just want to give you my opinion, basically, and want to thank everyone that listens to my podcast, wherever you listen to your podcast. Thank you, and thank you for sharing. And follow me on Twitter, X, at Turkish Soccer. Also, we're a big family on Facebook now. We're going to 17K. In the last 9 months, actually 9 days, we had over 6 million people visited Turkish football website on Facebook. Thank you for that. And make sure to tell your friends about our Facebook page. Also visit me on Instagram, Turkish Soccer. So I will keep you up to date with the Turkish national team matches coming up in Euro 2024. I will not be in Germany to follow those matches, but I will be watching every game that Turkey plays and pretty much every match that is be going on in the tournament 2024 in Europe. So good luck to all the teams that are going to be playing in this tournament. Finally, I want to give my opinion so far, all this season, what happened with the Turkish Super League, and we'll close my podcast. Well, as I said before, I think with the bad referees, with a lot of things happen in the Turkish football within this season, it was a lot of ugly scenes that I talked about in my last podcast. There wasn't any good moments in the Turkish Super League. Turkish Football Federation did so many mistakes. They still insist to be there. I haven't seen anybody resign after ugly incidents happen on the pitch and off the pitch. As I said in my last podcast, the team officials that represents these big teams, they should act like as presidents of the club. I have never seen any presidents outside of Turkey doing such a thing, arguing and fighting each other verbally in any other place. So Turkish Football Federation, Turkish football clubs should be managed by professionals. That is not happening in the Turkish Super League. Also, Turkish referees, they make too many mistakes. That is why in the last 6-7 matches, we had foreign VAR officials came from outside of Turkey to officiate this VAR system. That is a shameful. If you don't have a very good experienced VAR system officials, train them. Why bring foreign VAR officials from outside Turkey? That shows that your referees are not good enough to ref in this Turkish Super League. Maybe you have 1 or 2, that's it. But VAR system is very disgusting. That is why in the crucial games, crucial weekends, last 5 weekends, we saw these VAR officials come from Poland and Germany. Will this happen next year? I think it's going to be happening because you don't have experienced VAR officials in the Turkish Super League. That is my gripe about it. And I think Turkish Super League also accepts 7 teams. the 13 teams in the Turkish Super League average 8,000 and below for spectators. 8,000 per game and low. Some teams have averages like 2,000. You don't need a team like that to play in Turkish Super League. So Turkish Football Federation should do something good about that. Well, as I talked about Galatasaray mainly because they are was the best team in the Turkish Super League. I think, as I said before, Okan Buruk is the best coach this season too. Best goalkeeper, Muslera. Even though he made a huge mistake last weekend in the derby match, I think he deserves a lot of credit too. Because this was his 7th title in Turkey with Galatasaray team. He has been with Galatasaray a team at least 14 years. He has won many, many cups besides the 7 league championship. I think he has broken the record for a foreign goalkeeper to come in Turkey and play and earn 7 league titles. Congratulations to Muslera. Icardi, I think Icardi was not himself this season in the late after he got hurt. But even though against Konya, he scored beautiful 2 goals. And I think that is why Icardi could, in a couple minutes, he could score you a goal and lift you up. He is a talented goal scorer. That is why he was the leading goal scorer this season too, back to back. There are many, many players, officials in the main office that worked hard for Galatasaray to be champion this season. For one time, after derby match, I think Galatasaray fans did not sleep for about 5 days. Because after losing that derby match, they had in their back of head one thing. Maybe they were going to lose this championship. They had sleepless nights until this Konyaspor match. Until the 28th minute in that Konyaspor match when they scored the first goal. And I think that is why you had many, many Galatasaray fans went to Konya to see their team get the trophy in Konya. So congratulations to Galatasaray and congratulations to Galatasaray fans. So I know my time is coming up. Again, the season ended. And let's hope we'll have a better season next season. But we have a very good tournament coming up next month in June. Turkey's first match is in June 18th against Georgia. They have a match against Portugal and Czechoslovakia. Very tough group. So we'll see what happens with Turkey in the Euro 2024 tournament. Arda Güler, young bright star playing for Turkey. Kenan Yıldız. We have many, many stars coming up. Also with the Turkish national team, Hakan Çalhanoğlu. So stay tuned for next podcast. My name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. Listen to my podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. Also visit me on X, Twitter at Turkish Soccer, and Turkish Football page on Facebook. See you. Bye-bye.